where today I'm going to be talking about what I consider to be the most affordable complex watch on the market, and that is the Breitling 1461 movement. Now this is a watch geek's dream, but before we go any further into this video, I've got to do a wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Breitling 1461 Mont Brilliant. The reference number for this watch, if you want to check it out, is A19030. Now these watches can be picked up for £3,000 upwards in good condition, and there's a watch for everyone. If you like big watches, there's the chronomatic. If you like iconic watches, there's a Navitimer. If you don't like cluttered dials, then you've got the Transocean. If you're looking for something a little rarer than not a lot of people have, there's the Astromat. That was released in 1992. It was the first Breitling to contain this movement. Now we're going to get into more details of the little bits, but it's got a semi-perpetual calendar, it's got a moon phase, it's got a chronograph, and it's got a slide rule bezel that when you're out with your friends and family and you can't work out how much the bill should be split for, then you can work that out with this, the slide rule. We will get into that in a bit. Time for the review. Now on to the review. This watch is 41.5mm across, 50mm lug to lug, and it's 15.5mm thick. We'll get on to why this watch is so thick in a minute. You get a great bracelet. Breitling always do good bracelets. Always screws. Breitling clasps are not the best. They could do with being a lot better, but they do seal very securely once done. Now why is this movement so thick? Well, it's actually two movements stacked on top of each other. You can tell that because of the crown and the pushers. See how the pushers are higher than the crown? Unlike on my Breitling Chronomat with the in-house movement, see how the pushers and crown are aligned. That's an integrated chronograph. Whereas this is two different movements. Now that's not a bad thing. You get this on the Royal Oak offshore by Audemars. You get it on a lot of watches actually. So what makes this calendar module so special? Well, it only needs programming once every 1,461 days, hence the name. Unlike the annual calendars in Rolex's Sky Dweller, IWC's, well, Pateks, all the annual calendars struggle in February. When there's 28 days in February, you need to reset an annual calendar, whereas this will cope with that. The only date this can't cope with is the extra day, the 29th of Feb, on a leap year. So everything moves in sync, which is why it's so hard to fake this watch. To put it into perspective, a Valjoux 7750 movement has 111 pieces. This movement here has 450 parts to make this movement work. As you can see, it all just moves in sync, day, date, moon phase, just ticks over. And unlike a perpetual calendar, you've got all these pushers which correspond to a separate subdial. So if I do set it forward like I just have, it's an easy job just to set into a safe place, which is, I normally don't 6:30, 7:30. Then push these with a cocktail stick, and that each one corresponds to an individual subdial, so they can all be set to the correct date with no problem, unlike a perpetual calendar where most of them are programmed. As you can see, it's a great looking watch. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content or found it interesting, and for those that have made it this far into the video, there's a little time-lapse bonus at the end for you. Thank you again. From Watches and Sneakers, until the next time.